What's up, Facebook? How are you? Beautiful humans, beautiful people, species, aliens, whatever's out there. I'm just gonna go on Instagram. So let's connect this here. Woo. Hey, Instagram, how are you? Hey, Erin, how are you? So, hey, Jim, how are you? Back in Arizona, I am, where I met you. So good. Just waiting for a few people to jump on, but when you do, hop on. Hey, when you hop on, let me know where you're in from. I'd love to know. Just put where you're jumping in from, where you're joining. Always love to see how globally connected we are. Hey, Desiree, so happy you're on the line. So good. Hey, Colby. Amazing. Wow, amazing people are on this. So this is awesome. So if you're watching this on replay, put hashtag replay. Love to know who's watching on replay. When you are watching this, please put where you're jumping in from, because I always love to know. And what we are talking about today is, it just came through me, is how I chose to take action to leave a $23 billion company and a $400 million company. And how I chose that so I could live freedom lifestyle. Oh my gosh, hey, so funny you joined, Darrell. So anyway, that's what we're talking about today, is taking the option and choosing to leave a $23 billion company and a $400 million company so you can really live the freedom lifestyle code that you desire and you deserve. So I was doing some work today and it was super productive. It was amazing. It was like beyond anything. And I actually had a call earlier today. I had a call with 4 people. And on this call, what we discussed, what we talked about, what we went in depth with was a project. And I wanted to say, this is relating that I noticed a difference between the 4 of us. So there was one person who waited to the last minute to do the event. There was one person who did it and didn't put any like sources or anything. And then there was 2 of us who put sources and went in depth to it. Now, how does this relate to taking action to a $23 billion company? Hey, Cody, and a $400 million company. Like, how does this relate? So when I was on this call and I was like feeling into this, I'm like, what's the difference of that? We're all, hey, how are you? What's the difference that we're all here, we're on this call, but there was a distinct difference in the people that really cared about what they're engaging with versus someone just going through the motions. And that was what I realized with my life, is I was 22, 23 years old, making lots of money, having amazing benefits, traveling all over the US and the world on my terms, unlimited vacation. Like, there was nothing bad. There was nothing that was blocking freedom. There was nothing that was allowing me to not live in divine freedom and to live into my divine truth. Like, I had it all. And I even left one company to go across the world. But how did I do this? Like, how did I decide to do this, to take the leap to do that freedom lifestyle? And that's like one thing I wanted to talk about, is when I was on this call this morning and I was like, there's 2 people that really went the extra mile. There's 2 people who really did like their research, they did their things and showed up on the call like true fucking badasses. Well, I realized you have an option in life. You can sit there and just go through the task. You can go through your day. You can go through your life. And you can show up to a job. You can show up to work. You can show up to a relationship that's over. You can show up to friendships that are over. You can do all of the things 100%. Like, you're allowed to do that. And you get to do that. That's a choice. But is that really allowing you to embody freedom lifestyle codes? Is that really embodying you to do that and empowering you to do that as a leader, as a human, as an individual? And you have the choice. Like, I hear so many people say, oh, I'm busy. Oh, I don't have money. Oh, I want to live financially free. Oh, I want to, travel the world. I want to own multiple houses. But then, like, when their opportunity is there for them to do this, they don't take it. So it's almost like you're sitting there, locking yourself in a prison cell when you have the key. You're sitting there forcing yourself to do tasks. You're sitting there forcing yourself to do things that are irrelevant. You are sitting there forcing yourself into a life that's not true to you. And what I realized when I worked for this $23 billion company and $400 million company is not that they were bad, not that anything was bad about it. It was actually great. They were amazing experiences, amazing opportunities. But what I realized is it wasn't my truth. It wasn't going to empower me to live the beyond impossible, badass, fucking rebel-less lifestyle that I really wanted to live. And from that space, I risked it. From that space, it's not like I just risked it with like no plan or no idea what I was going to do. Like, oh, la, 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 I'm going to like frolic around. It's like, no, I created a plan. I created a place where I knew I could create abundance. I could create a lifestyle that would empower me to live my truth, that would empower me to live beyond the impossible. And that's not to say there's anything bad about doing a corporation or doing a corporate job. Like back to what I said earlier is I'm furthering education. Some people would think that's crazy. They would go, why would you do that? You know, but it's my passion. And back to the call that I was on this morning, and there was 4 of us, you could tell who the desire just to do a task to do it, or the desire because you're really fully committed. I mean, you can tell, you notice a difference in people, how they talk, like how I'm excited, I'm passionate. You can tell that versus someone just doing something to get money. And I'm all about money. Money's your friend. Money is your best friend. I believe that you should live in total abundance. You get to live with a lot of abundance, living into your divine purpose. Like I truly believe that. I truly believe that's what you get to do in this life. And I truly believe you get to do it in a place that's fun, in a place that's easy, in a place that's flow, in a place that allows you to live in freedom with yourself. So maybe your freedom isn't traveling over the world. Maybe your freedom isn't further education. Maybe your freedom isn't even traveling. Maybe your freedom is just the choice to wake up at 11 a.m. and work instead of having to do it at 6 a.m. Maybe it's the choice and the freedom that you get to choose what you do with your time. You get to choose how you create your time instead of having to show up on someone else's schedule. Maybe that's your freedom. Maybe your freedom is just to have better relationships. Maybe that is your freedom. But it's a choice. It's a choice that you get to take action on. You get to choose if you want to sit there and not take action, or if you want to make a difference in your life. You get to co-create this process. This isn't just a one-way stream of here's your shitty life, here's what it is, and here's like what is destined for you forever. That's just not how it works. That's not what I believe, and that is not what's manifested in my life. And with those beliefs, if you really believe that, do you think you're even allowing yourself to create a dream that could be true? If you're sitting there telling yourself, like, I have to work for a $400 million company, I have to work for a $23 billion company, I have to do this, I have to make all these rules for myself so I can be successful. Do you think if you're really creating that, you're even allowing space to be created for real, genuine opportunities that could allow you to embody your freedom lifestyle codes, embody your freedom lifestyle career, allow you to choose and allow you to co-create with the experience that you have on this earth? It's a choice. It's a choice that gets to be made. It's a choice and excitement. And some of you say like, oh, well, I don't have the courage, or, you know, all of these things. Like, stop comparing. If you don't have the courage, all you're telling me is, Colleen, I don't have the courage to live what your life is. I don't have the courage to do what that person did. Well, why are you comparing what that person did to yourself? You already own the courage. You already have the courage to take that next step. Like, you already have the courage of what's meant to occur. You are already enough. You already have it within you to embody that next layer, to take that next leap, to jump into that next part of yourself. That courage you have is already there. The courage that you really desire to live with is already there. Let me know if this is making sense. I know we have a lot of people joining. So yeah, let me know if this makes sense and if it like really resonates and everyone's like getting this and it's on the replay and you're like, yes, I get it. I already have the courage. I want to live freedom lifestyle codes. Hey, how are you? Because I really believe in this. Like, it's transformed my life. It transforms my clients' lives. Like, it transforms individuals who else I see in the world embodying this. Like, it's not something that someone just wakes up and was given this life. Like, it takes someone believing, someone transforming their thoughts, transforming their beliefs to see that they already have what it takes to live with divine freedom, to live with the experience that you want. Like, it already is there. Hey, Jeremy. Thank you for your message. Oh, God, I'm so happy it resonates with you. Like, I just feel that there's so many ways that people get stuck in this trap of you have to go into a corporate job and you have to do like further your education and you have to make this much money and all these things to be successful. And I mean, yes, is living in total abundance nice? Is flying first class nice? Yes. Is holding transformations for epic people nice? Is being a manager of epic employees nice? Yes, that is phenomenal. That's like more fun than anything you could be doing. And when you can embody that for yourself, when you allow people around you to transform and you give them the permission to be in their highest self, wow. That's when it's easy, when it was easy for me to quit my $400 million job and $23 billion company. It was a $400 million company, sorry, not job. But, you know, like that's what I chose to give up. But I gave that up because I was more committed to living with freedom. I was more committed to living my truth and to living beyond the impossible. And that is the truth. I was more committed to that. So when I was going through the thoughts and going through the things of how's this going to work out, what's going to be going on, like all the things of like, how am I going to make my dream a reality? How am I going to make the impossible possible? I didn't get stuck there. I chose to not get stuck there. I chose to do what felt good. I knew it felt good to travel. I knew it felt good to empower other people to live their truth. I knew it felt good to give little tools and questions and snippets and nuggets to other people so they could live their beyond the impossible life. Like that's what was always amazing to me. That's what always felt good. And when I did that, when I aligned to that, when I was like, you know what, this feels really good, that is when results showed in my life. That's when I got to travel the world. That's when I got to meet epic people that are transforming things. Like today, actually, I had a 15-year-old tell me that she talks about me with her mother and she wants to be part of the United Nations and all of these things. Like that is living, that is worth it. Like if I was still working in a corporate job and not my timeline, which is fine, you can do that. There's nothing against that. But if you're doing it just to do a task, then what are you living your life for? Like, I just don't get it. And, you know, I had cancer at the age of 14. So some of you are like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I don't know. But like, you know, you can really die at any moment. Like life is never guaranteed. Life is never guaranteed to you for another day. And when you sit there and like, oh, maybe tomorrow, maybe this, like maybe never. Like, you know, if you really want something bad enough, you're going to take action on it. If you really want to save yourself, it's not even saving. If you really want to store yourself to living freedom, like with freedom, if you want that, you have it available to you. No one's stopping you. Like you literally have a key that can allow yourself with all of the opportunities to do that. It's a choice and you get to choose it. You get to divinely stand in your power and choose that. And, you know, when I hear people like, oh, well, I don't know, I have this, or I'm whatever, but I'm just not sure, or like I'm busy and I'm just doing this, like all of the things, like, great, that's so awesome. Well, why don't you continue being not living your freedom lifestyle? Because if you were truly living your freedom, you're never being busy, you're always being productive. You're truly living the beyond impossible. You lose track of time. You're so excited. Your days are like, oh my God, that was such an amazing day. I met the most extraordinary humans. I met the most extraordinary people. I hosted the most amazing transformations for other people. I mean, that's the truth. That's how I chose to leave what wasn't my truth. That's how I chose to say, you know what? This does not feel good that I'm just doing a task that I don't care about. I just chose, like, wow, I could sit here and choose to not feel good, or I can choose to create opportunities for myself. It's a choice. And that's what I want you to get out of this, is how I chose to take the leap of, you know, leaving these companies, and how I chose to take the leap of being a girl, traveling around the world by myself, is because it felt good. I knew this was my dream. And don't compare your dream with mine. Don't compare like your opportunities or your desires or your wants or your goals or your vision or your mission. Like, don't compare with mine. Be you. Don't be me. Like, be you and embody you and be grateful for you and say, these are the opportunities I'm going to create for myself so I can live in this greater divine purpose, this greater divine fulfillment, this thing where I'm going above and beyond naturally, where I don't need like someone to be like, oh, why are you, you know, why aren't you doing this? Why do I have to follow up on you? Like, you do such a good job. People are like, how can I promote you? How can I move you further along in life? How can I give you an opportunity? Because I'm so impressed with you. And you naturally become impressive when you're doing what you love, when you're living at your edge of that. And that's what I wanted to come on and share with this, is like, could you be living at your edge more? Could you be living the impossible life at a greater level? Could you be living your definition of an impossible life at a greater level? And have you even defined what your impossible life looks like? Like, have you taken the time to write that down? Have you taken the time to write that down? And if you do have an impossible dream, first of all, like, I hear so many amazing dreams. How are you being supported in that? How are you being supported in that? I didn't just leave my jobs to go fulfill my dream. I had support. I knew how I had support. I had mentors, I had friends, I had financial support, I had people who had did what I did was leaving my jobs, moving across the world, that allowed me, like, I had support of people who did that before. I reached out to people who were like, you know what, you've done this before, so let me get around you. Like, if I wanted to create impossible results, I would get around someone who is creating the impossible results I want to create. If I was you and I was anyone and I wanted to live with freedom, I would go to someone who's living a freedom lifestyle. If I wanted to raise the way that I was acting, or I wanted to live in more abundance, I would go hang around people who are living in the abundance I want to have. Do you see what I'm saying? How this plays in this? Like, why not try on the hat to be who you desire to be and be around those people? It makes no sense why you would just be hanging around the same people doing the same things. Like, the same you is not going to get new results. The same you with the same support system is not going to get new results. The same you just isn't. So you are creating a place where you can now get environment around yourself. You can now trigger people, to have people around you to trigger you, to get you in your next highest self, to get you in your next ultimate self, and to get you in that place of like, you know what, there is no other option, but I am now choosing to act as this total badass revolutionary human. That's that. I mean, that's it's simple. Like, how did I do it? It's simple. It's easy. How did I leave the security for the unknown? How did I do that? Because again, listen to my live that I did 2 days ago. I choose to make the unknown fun. I choose to make the unknown a game. I choose to make the unknown of what I don't know. I choose to allow it to feel good. I go, ooh, I've never created that before, but you know what? It's gonna feel real good when I hit $1 million. It's gonna feel real good when I'm at this conference. You know what? I'm not there, but it's gonna feel real good when I have that speaking event. I say it just like that. I keep telling myself how good it's gonna feel in the unknown. And then guess what? It shows up. And that's all the results. Like, that is the secret. That is the secret. Talented. All right, so many of you are on here. Okay, so let me see. Oh my God, thanks, my love. I'm so happy you joined. Thank you for this message. La, la, la. All right, so good you're on here. That's getting over blackballing from a political figure that still continues, but through Christ Jesus. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you mean by that, Christine, so maybe if you could do that. Now you're ready. Awesome. Hey, Shaggy, how are you? I'm so good. Awesome. Anyone on Facebook? Looking on here real quick. Awesome. So let me know when you guys are redoing this, if you like have questions, if you're feeling into it, or you're like, I'm not really sure, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't get to be scary. It doesn't have to be scary. Like, being a girl traveling over the world by yourself, it is not scary. Like, I made it a choice. It wasn't going to be scary. When there were multiple times when there was like maybe guys around me where I didn't feel comfortable, or there was things going on, I chose to make it just not my reality. I was like, this is just not going to happen. Like, I'm going to be safe. I'm going to be fine. But I knew that I wanted to travel the world, so I didn't put limiting beliefs there. I didn't put limiting blocks there of how it was going to show up. Like, fuck the how. Where are you from? You are cute. I'm from the world, and thank you. In Christ, that's right. Yep, whatever your source is, whatever light is, whatever it is, definitely. I feel that it's always great to be connected to something greater than you, because we're all are light beings. We all hold a great light within us, and it's connecting our light to a greater sense. So I definitely agree that that's a good way to go. And I talk like it's a relationship. Like, what relationship? Another thing. Oh my God, hey Joe, I'm so happy you joined. Are you in Baltimore? But anyway, the thing I was going to share was that, you know, it's a choice that you get to make every day of what you're going to do. And it's the relationship you have with yourself. Are you choosing to tell yourself it's scary? Are you choosing to tell yourself, I can't do it, I don't have enough money, it's going to be tomorrow? Like, great, sure, you could do that. But guess what? Tomorrow may never come. Again, cancer survivor, I truly know. Hey, Santosh, I'm super good. How are you? Like, you may never know. You may never have the opportunity. And so that's what I'm feeling from this is the moment is now to act. You don't get to be indecisive. You don't get to choose. You don't have to choose to be indecisive. You really can transform your own life at any moment. It's a choice. It's a choice that you get to do. And yeah, it's scary. There's gonna be feelings of anxiety of the unknown, but you know what? Choose to know that that unknown is your dream. That unknown is your living beyond the impossible. That dream is like what's making, I don't know, like that's the next layer of your, like next layer of yourself. And I don't know, like when I was on that phone call today, like I said earlier, and there was like 4 of us, and you could tell a clear difference of people who are living in their passion, people who are living in their purpose, people who are so excited to understand like how development and things that are going on in the world, like they were excited and went the extra mile, and the people that aren't. You can tell. And where are you playing at right now? Are you living a life that you're not excited about? Are you living in a life that you're just showing up and doing a task from? So if you are, what's the point? What's the point? I just don't understand. You're wasting your own life. It's not even my life. It's your own life. Like, and I was there. I did it for a couple of years, and there was a valuable experience. But like, you know when it's like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm choosing to live a better life. I'm choosing to create a better life. I'm choosing to say yes to opportunities that lay right in front of me. And like, if I were to say, oh my God, how are clients going to show up? How are speaking events going to show up? How are, mentors going to show up for the next layer? Like, I wouldn't get anywhere if I spent my energy and time worrying about that. I would not get anywhere. So I choose instead to feel, hey, Melanie, I choose instead to feel good. And from that place, it all happens. And, I choose to just be grateful for every moment and every breath, and to be in alignment in the unknown. Like, I choose, like, when I'm doing anything, I choose to go, like, does this feel good? And if something doesn't feel good, I stop and ask myself, why am I doing this? Like, why am I doing something that doesn't feel good? Why? If it doesn't feel good, like, why am I doing it? Your energy is so precious. Your time is so precious. Like, you're not in a prison. This is your life. You have the key to do whatever you want. If you have access to Wi-Fi, like if you have access to this, you are already one of the richest people in the world, like astronomically. So I don't know, just feel into that. And I just wanted to share that. And there was so much that happened, and people have been asking me about this. So I wanted to come on and share the space with all of you because I felt it was super important. Hey, Stan. So if you're rewatching this on the replay, just do #replay. I know there's a lot of you on Facebook and Instagram, so if there's any questions, let me know. You can feel free to DM me or message me. Always available to talk. And hey, how are you? And I was going to say, the thing that I'm working on currently, how we can work together, how we can co-create together, how I can co-create with you to get you the opportunities to live the impossible life, is through my program that is coming out. Hey, James, how are you? So good to have you here. I was just talking about amazing things. Happy you're on. Anyway, I have an amazing program that I'm launching, and I'm only taking applications for it. I'm hand selecting the clients that I work with for it, because I'm only taking badass revolutionary leaders that are ready to step their game up, that are ready to make a fucking impact in the world, who are ready to make divine income, like a shit ton of money, while living in their purpose, because they're here to do epic shit. They're here to impact humanity. So if you're someone this is your vibe, this is like, you know what, you're right, I need to just do epic things, I need to do whatever it is to live this impossible life, to live with divine freedom, whatever that looks like for you, just message me and I will tell you how we can get started with that. And I feel like that's all I really had. I just was so excited to share this with you all, like how I was able to quit the $23 billion company and $400 million company and throw my life away, as people would say it, to live with divine freedom codes. And it's a choice. It's a choice you get to create to connect with yourself at deeper levels, to remove the separation that exists within you, within your lifestyle, within your truth. And from there, you get to play. You get to create a playground where every day you wake up so excited, so purposeful. And yeah, I think that's it. I believe that's it. Feeling really good, so happy and grateful that all of you joined. And like I said, for the program that I'm running, message me about it. And I will make sure we can create freaking impossible results for you as well. Traveling around the world twice, meeting amazing people, being around millionaires, being around spiritual people, being around whoever it is you want to be around. Yeah, just doing it all, having it all on your terms, on whatever it is. And so, whew, that was a lot. Anyway, inspiration, thank you. You are great. You are awesome. And so, sending you all tons and tons of freedom code vibrations, hoping this is activating. This is the medicine that you need for the next days, weeks, and no, you didn't ship your life. I don't know what that means. Oh, throw my life away. Yeah, no, I didn't. But a lot of people were saying that. So anyway, hey, Katie, how are you? So yeah, anyway, wrapping that up anyway, but here is to being badass revolutionary rebels that are conscious, that are here to do epic things, to inspire others, motivate others with the masculine, feminine excitement, and just living in that divine truth. Cannot imagine a better life. So anyway, message me, as I said, for the details for this, and sending you vibes from Arizona. Have an amazing day or night whenever you receive this.